afternoon. This is Jim Wick with local news and announcements. St. John and Maxville, Kansas on cable channel 3 and on sandylandcenter.org, our website. Today is Wednesday, the 25th of July. It's 95 here in the square at the noon, and we're looking at a sunny day the rest of the morning and afternoon. 105 the high temperature. And there are various percentages of rain, 30 or 40 or maybe 50% chance of rain tonight and tomorrow morning. So Thursday, isolated thunderstorms, 100 degrees the high temperature and a 30% chance of storms. And then we get back into the more sunny weather. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all sunny, although we're going to have a cold streak because they're in the low hundreds instead of the high hundreds. And 102 Friday, 101 Saturday, 103 on Sunday. Then on Monday, partly cloudy and 105. Well, we have birthdays and anniversaries. Joanne Massey, happy birthday today. Mac Zimmerman, happy birthday today. Happy birthday tomorrow to Brenna Martin, and happy anniversary to Everett and Joe Carroll Hudson. Now, this is both a program note and perhaps a little bit of an editorial. After the 6:30 news today, the candidates forum held at the county annex last evening from 7 to 9 o'clock was videoed, and we will broadcast the entire candidates forum on channel 3 after the 6:30 news tonight, and it's about 2 hours. The 2 Senate candidates are first, and then we had 6 candidates for 2 of the county commissioner openings. And it was good. We had about 60, maybe a little more, in attendance last night, and everyone stayed for the whole meeting, which is kind of unusual in those situations. And the St. John News had provided refreshments at the back, and not many people went back there to have refreshments until it was all over. So, anyway, one of our councilmen, Mark, was one of our photographers for that meeting. So we thank Mark from the St. John City Council, the Mark Bryan. So, just a summary. Fairly liberal Senator Teichman was first and was gave talks and answered questions, and her challenger, conservative Representative Holmes, and they both gave good presentations of what they thought ought to be done in the state. And of course, both of them are really concerned more about what's going to happen with the federal government, because what the state has to deal with is going to be determined a lot by what the elections are for president and Congress members in November. So it's really hard because Kansas, like all the other states, are trying to prepare so that they won't be too flat-footed whichever side wins, and the state will hopefully come out of it with either side winning in pretty good shape. And Kansas is the kind of state that doesn't run up billions of dollars of debt, and so it could be that they might even have a little extra money at the end after the election, but a lot will depend on the federal election, and of course we all know that, and that's a factor in the county too. Now, there were 6 candidates for county commissioner, and they all seem to be really sincere and dedicated men to the county and to the area. And I think County Commissioner Francia, who's running for re-election, showed that you kind of have to do the job to really know what it's going on and why it's happening. And of course, he was in that position last time, since this is his first time to run for re-election. And when he was elected, there was a lot that he had to find out that surprised him. And so, the commissioner candidates are all serious people, and it shouldn't be too easy to figure out who you think will be able to do the best job for the county. And we really do have to lay aside who we might be friends with, unless we also think that they're going to be able to do a great job handling the county, because county commissioner is a really serious and important job. And what they do not only affects the people out in the county, but also the people in all the cities in the county as well, because the county is an important place. And just one of the things that was interesting was that few of the people at the meeting knew that the hospital is projected to break even at the worst and possibly have a small profit this year. Everyone seemed to think that the hospital was going in the hole hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that really isn't so. But no one knows that. Then it's one of those things that really is, well, it saddens and makes us frustrated here at Channel 3, and I know it makes the St. John News frustrated. And of course we have sandylandcenter.org, where all of the city council meetings are on the television. They're also on the website. You can watch them anytime you want. And also the county commissioners' meetings are on the website and get broadcast every time they have a meeting. And so it's a sad thing for us in the newspaper and here at the television station, when most of the people that were there complained that the county never tells them anything. And of course, you could try reading the paper. You could try watching the county commissioner meetings, and then you would know what goes on. And it's just a surprise, both in the city and in the county, how often there are people who are upset because nobody tells them what's going on. And we really do our best, so I would urge people. Now, the coffee shop, news in the coffee shop may be a lot more fun, but reality is more often what you would find in the paper and on the TV news. So it's our recommendation here that you do both. Watch the meetings on the television or on the website, and read the St. John News, because that's probably the most important things that we put on our stations, is to tell you what's going on. Now, sometimes the news and the TV station would like for the county and the city to do more press releases and explain some of the details of what's going on. But they really do. They release their minutes. We have them on television. And actually, you can even go to the meeting if you want to, because it's an open meeting. Well, anyway. There is advanced voting in the city clerk's office from 7:30 to 5, and I don't know, 25 or 30% of the people, I think, have already voted in the county. So you can go and vote, bring a photo ID, and then I believe the primary election is August 8th. Now, to some news and announcements. Here's some announcements that the casino shopping trip, July 31st, from 8 to 4, and everybody knows that goes on this, what the itinerary is. But the temperature has to be less than the 110s and 105s that we've been having, because the air conditioner in the city bus really can't fight things that are way over 100. So the trip may not be held if the temperature is going to be high. But you could call the Recreation Commission and see what their plans are. Then the Recreation Commission is teaming up with the Sunflowers and having their annual seniors hamburger feed. And the hamburger is provided by the commission, and they ask people to bring a covered dish, probably a salad or a dessert, to bring to have at the meal. And they would like you to call the 549-3403 to reserve a chair, and so they know how many tons of hamburgers to buy. Don't want to have too much left over. Then we have one menu from the VIP Center in Maxville. The VIP Center is having chicken and rice casserole today at their fellowship meal, lasagna tomorrow, and baked fish and hash brown potatoes on Friday. And then the last announcement is that we're in the middle now of the First United Methodist Church in St. John and their Bible school, which is from 6 to 8 in the evening, and they run until the 27th for kindergarten and 7th grade students. And you can call for information on 549-3896, and that's the number of First United Methodist Church, in case you didn't remember 3896 and write it down. So it's a good thing. I would recommend that all of the children that are in the right age group would attend all of the Bible schools that everybody has in town, because you can't get too much Bible school in the summer if you're a young person. That's all the news and announcements I have for you. One of the things about being a senior citizen is this word of the day. Now that I've got it all together, I've forgotten where I put it. This is Jim Lakey, hoping you have a great Wednesday and a great week.